Good morning, guys. So first thing here this morning, Emily's coming over from Hyperforce X to pick up my dash panels. Now, the reason she's picking these up is she's going to be doing a wrap on them. I've seen this done a couple times on other cars, but the Supra itself has a real big problem. So over time, the panels get like this sticky residue to them, and you have to literally scrape it off and then spray kind of like a clear coat material or a black material on it to make it look like new and fresh again, but it never looks quite as good as OEM. I saw this done a couple years ago by a company called Kowalski Built out in New Jersey, where they actually wrapped an Evo dash in like a black metallic color, and it looked very classy and it looked very sporty at the same time. Like it would fit in well with the Supra dash, the way everything wraps around. So she's actually going to try doing a wrap on these. She's a certified rapper, whatever you want to call it. So she's going to wrap the whole dash. She's coming here today to pick these up. Pretty excited to see how it looks when it's all said and done. So yeah, so I'll give you guys posted on that. I hope you guys enjoyed the last video I did for y'all. Hope you all enjoyed the last video I did for y'all regarding the getting pulled and all that fun stuff, and me cursing my head off trying to get it out. I'm hoping to get more done here shortly. I'm still just waiting on that darn clutch. It's kind of holding me up. It's coming from a company called Turn 14, or the distributor Turn 14. Miguel's obviously selling it, so waiting for that to be here. They're right here in Pennsylvania, so it shouldn't take long. Like I said, I already got a good bit of the parts, but little things that hold me up. I got certain parts I don't technically need yet. So at least the diff and all that stuff's in. I can throw the transmission in one day, and the drive line should be very easy. I mean, it's only a couple bolts and good to go. Actually, it's only 3 bolts in the back, and then the drive shaft itself slips into the yoke, so that should be very easy. So I'm just waiting on that right now. I'm gonna spend the rest of the day here probably cleaning up the car some, and maybe fine tweaking a few things. Like I said, I got the panels out. Also have to run new fuel pump wiring that I'm getting from Jose. Actually, I need to pay him. Shit, sorry Jose, I forgot to do that, bud. So I need to send him a little bit of cash for the fuel pump wiring, and then I'll be selling the fuel pump wiring kit that's in my car also, if anyone's interested in that. It's set up for a single stage. It's pretty much like a fail-safe system, so anything would happen, it would kill a fuse instead of your ECU or the fuel pump itself. Just a smart way of doing it. So I'm gonna go out here and work on that here in a minute. So now, one thing I wanted to do for you guys real quick too, while the transmissions are out, the one thing I always hear about the R154 is it shifts like a truck. Now, I know it's not in the car and I'm not driving it, but having it out, I wanted to give a quick comparison of how easy it is to shift the gears. Now, one thing you guys got to keep in mind is this is fully built and was just rebuilt. This has a bunch of miles on it for the most part, but it's also had oil run through it, and you know, everything should shift smooth, where this just has grease on it. I think that if this would have fluid gone through it a couple times, I think it would shift a little bit smoother, but we'll see here. I think they're pretty similar in my opinion, but you can definitely see there is a slight difference. Nothing too crazy, but there is a difference. So let me show you real quick. So first we're going to start with the W58 here. It's in neutral right now. Now this is just sitting on these little cases or these little dollies, so please forgive me if it does move around some, as I can't be too harsh with it. So we're going to take this. That is first, third, fourth, and see it, I can't even get up over to fifth because it's rolling around and trying to hold the camera at the same time. Now, if you guys saw, that was pretty, I mean, it's pretty smooth. Like, I'm not trying very hard and it moves. Now, let's try the R154 here. So let's take it over. That's first, second, third, fourth, and now that goes into fifth pretty easy. Honestly, it definitely feels clunkier. That's my opinion. I definitely can tell it's clunkier. I mean, this is definitely, I mean, I'm barely using 2 fingers right now. If I used the 2-finger method over here, you definitely have to put a little bit more oomph into it. Going back to the W58 again. This just seems to fall into place much easier. I will say that this does feel smoother. Let me try this one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. My opinion, W58 is slightly, and I mean ever so slightly smoother, but nothing like that I hear everybody bitch and whine and cry about. Maybe a lot of people that get these cars or get into them that have had maybe a newer vehicle in their younger age don't realize, I mean, this is an old transmission. They're not going to be buttery smooth, but I mean, even the old W58 here, both are tripod style transmissions, and I'm going to tell you right now, I really don't see much of a difference. It might be me nitpicking. I think they're almost identical in my opinion. This definitely feels like you got to force it just ever so slightly more. That kind of falls into gear. This, you got to kind of put a little bit more oomph into it, but once I'm driving it, I feel like I won't notice that. I mean, sitting on this, I feel like I have to be ever so gentle with it too, so it doesn't fall off or rock over too. But I just want to give a comparison of that real quick. You always hear everyone complain, oh, this drives like a truck transmission, oh, they're terrible, blah, 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 but I don't see any difference. And the W58 is supposed to be the smoothest of all the transmissions, even smoother than the V160. So I drove the V160, and in my opinion, it had a C short shifter on it, so I'll tell you guys that. But I mean, I thought that thing drove like dog shit. So if this drives better than that, I'll be happy, to be honest. Because I mean, I was really, really, really unimpressed with the V160 and how it shifted. It just did not do anything for me in the least bit. So just want to give that guys a quick comparison here, and let's move on to the next topic now.
Well, unfortunately, guys, my clutch didn't show up today. It's Monday afternoon, or yeah, I guess it was late Monday afternoon here, and I was really hoping that my clutch would have shown up by now. Yes, my tire is a little off. I just got off work, and yes, I wear some gay ass shit, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, my clutch didn't show up. A little disappointed. Hopefully it gets here soon. I want to get this thing in and done, show you guys with it moving and everything and good to go. It's a little frustrating. I hate waiting on parts. I think that's one of the most frustrating part of building a car, or one of the things. I think two things are most frustrating. One is waiting on parts. Number two is when parts don't fit the way they're supposed to, or if you get the incorrect part. So I guess there's three parts to it there. I think we've all been there when a part shows up and you're all excited. You go to bolt it up and you go, that's not right. You try it again and try it again. And then you sit down and take the deep breath and go, fuck me, this doesn't fit. And I think we've all been there one time or another, and there's nothing you can do. Send it back to the manufacturer, tell them, look, this is wrong, or hopefully they're nice enough or kind enough to go, look, go ahead and send this back, we'll go ahead and get you another one out to you ASAP. I've been fortunate so far that's only happened to me one time, and the manufacturer was willing to send it out as soon as possible to me, so that I never really had to work with anything that was too bad of that nature. I've been pretty lucky so far and so forth. So for today, I'm not sure what else to really go over. Oh, I know one thing I forgot to ask. Do any of you guys know what the thread pitch and the size of the bolt is that goes into the back of those diff bushings I was showing you in the last video? Since I only had the two bolts that went to the one side of the bushing, and I didn't even have the one bushing at all since I had an NA rear end, do you guys know what that size bolt and thread pitch is and stuff? I need to order one or find one at my local hardware store, which I doubt I will because it was quite a large hex cap style metric bolt on top of it. So I'm most likely gonna have to order off the internet somewhere, if not straight from Toyota. I'd rather not. I'd rather try and get it local as soon as possible so I can just at least bolt it up and be done. But if any of you guys know that, please let me know as soon as possible, or if one of you guys have it, I'll pay the shipping or whatever. If you guys just have an old bolt laying around, I'll pay you the shipping just to send it over so I can have it real quick. So if any of you guys know that, please let me know as soon as possible.
I also realized that this isn't quite cutting it anymore. This is great. It works for literally 80% of what I need. The problem is, when I started doing some of this big boy stuff, this just isn't cutting it anymore. I need something like a DeWalt, or I need a Milwaukee or Snap-on, something like a 3/4 or maybe even a 1/2 inch. I feel like a 1/2 inch might be too big, but I think a 3/4 and something of this nature. I don't think Porter Cable makes a 3/4, which I wish they did, because since I already have their batteries, and that's pretty much one of the most expensive parts. The 20-volt batteries are not cheap for these things. So if you guys have any suggestions on what impacts you would recommend, I have a good bit of the attachments and a lot of stuff, but I think it's time to invest in a real impact, as it makes life 10 times easier instead of me cranking away like I was here. If you look back here, I still have all the breaker bars and everything and all the hex keys and all that stuff down here. It fucking tears on your arm, and I'm gonna be 30 here, and I know it sounds really stupid, but I don't go to the gym, and my ass was fucking hurting on Sunday after going up and down working on this thing. My ass is definitely kicked after all that. Still waiting on my panels also. Go ahead and open the door for you guys. Got a mess here, wires and everything else I still got to finish. But yeah, panels are still all out of the dash here. I'm hoping to get that back from Emily soon. Maybe I'll throw up a little sneak peek. So maybe I'll flash just real quick a sneak peek right here, and now it's gone. So that's what it's gonna look like, guys. Just a little quick sneak peek of what the dash panels are gonna look like. I can't wait to get it. Emily's doing a phenomenal job with everything, so I'm excited to get that. I don't think any other owner's ever done this. I saw it a year or so ago, or maybe 2 years ago. An Evo owner had done it by Rob Kolaski out in New Jersey. I just thought it was so cool. It was just different. And everyone knows who has a Supra, our dash panels get that sticky residue to them, unless you have 98 dash panels, which almost none of us do. All the dash panels get that sticky residue, and you end up having to scrape them off and spray paint them, and it never looks perfect. I'm hoping this wrap really makes it look like a finished product finally, and if it does and it looks good, I'm gonna ask Emily if she's willing to take in shipments. So if you guys, if any other Supra owners are out there, anyone with a car in general that has dash panels or anything needs wrap, have you send it to her and she can wrap them for you. Kind of do it like drop off, give you a certain amount of days, etc. Now, obviously with mine, we'll have a set price point because she had done them. But someone else, let's say you send in a Civic panel or an Evo panel, the first person to send it in will probably get a good discount, and the person afterwards will most likely have to pay the full amount. So whoever's willing to take the chance and have her do the first prototype for your panels, you might out winning. So just to let you guys know, give you a little update. So yeah, panels are out still, need to get that all done. Also, can anyone give me a recommendation? I want to do some more video logs inside of the car, but if you can see the mount I have, this mount up here is good, but this just, it takes too much vibration. I need a better mount for here. If you guys have any recommendations for that, or if any of my vlog friends or anyone out there on YouTube can give me a better idea of what to use. So I need something simplistic that's easy to get up and down. I don't have a whole lot of time to do these kind of videos, so anything that makes this even easier to set up and go, I'm all for it. I'm willing to spend a little extra money for something nice. So if you guys have any recommendations for that too, I'd appreciate it.
Well, I think that's gonna be it for this one, guys. I appreciate everything everyone's doing. I get so many awesome positive comments from everyone. I literally get maybe 1% negative anything from everyone, and it just blows my mind how positive people are. You hear so much negativity in the world, and I can't believe how positive everyone is and how positive everyone is to push me to keep doing this, so I do appreciate it, guys. As usual, please follow my Facebook page, which is Pure Function Engineering, or go follow me on Instagram, which is purefunction_. I still have shirts for sale. If you guys need anything, let me know. They're 25 bucks, shipped anywhere in the lower 48. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you're having a great day, because I know I am. Talk to you later. Peace.